Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at our 2025 to 2026 Oregon Ducks football team. This is the reigning Big Ten champs. Yes, they lost in the playoffs, but first season in the Big Ten, they won the Big Ten. A lot of people doubted their physicality coming from the Pac-12. I called those people crazy. Oregon showed they can line up with any team in the nation and they can compete with you in the trenches. What a great season for them. But what we're going to do today is we're going to be breaking down their 25-26 schedule, going game by game, looking at the rosters, breaking down the offense, the defense, and we're going to predict the outcome for every single one of their games today, which ones they're going to lose, which ones they're going to win, which games could potentially be toss-ups. We're not saying they're going to win or lose, it's just what does Vegas predict as of right now. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, whether you agree with me, disagree, drop the comment down below. I will make sure that I respond to every single one of them. What do you think the Oregon Ducks are going to do? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look at the pinned comment down below, click on the link, you can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. Once the season starts, we go over every single college football game, we go over every NFL, we go over all the football games, we break them down, we do predictions, we do best bets, money lines, spreads, over-unders for all the football games every week, the entire upcoming season. If you're a sports fan, if you're a football fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. So we know what the 24-25 Oregon Ducks team did. They went 13-0 during the regular season, winning the Big Ten, and then they got to the playoffs, lost that game, finished the season 13-1. But the amount of respect this team earned from the naysayers, they got to respect him now. Dan Lanning, what a job he's done. This team has been recruiting well. This team's been working the portal as well as anyone in the nation. Yes, they lost Dylan Gabriel, went to the Heisman ceremony last season, highly decorated quarterback, played a lot of college football. But as of this season, they're going to be breaking in a new quarterback. They're going to be breaking in a lot of new starters. But this team is deep. A top 5 overall roster, according to ESPN. They are talented, and they can almost compete at every single position. You have Dante Moore, who transferred over last season. Right now, 5-star quarterback, has a lot of promise here. People love this guy's arm. We haven't seen him in real time yet, starting out a football game, so there's going to be a lot of eyes on him. Can he live up to the hype? I have no doubt that in this offensive scheme, he's going to be just fine, but it's just how long is it going to take him to fully hit his stride? First season as the full-time starter. They have Hughes at running back, Whittington, they have Sadiq at tight end. They're going to have a wide receiver core. It's going to be really good. Casper, Macklin, Dickey, Moore, Benson, Bryant. A lot of weapons in that wide receiver room, but a lot of weapons. Some of them we haven't gotten to see them yet in real time. They're spring football. I don't personally like to put too much stock into spring football because everybody looks great spring football, and then once the season starts, they completely fall apart. That's not going to be the case, though, with the Ducks. We've seen this team for long enough. They've been good for over 2 decades now. Dan Lanning has never had a bad season there. What I really like about what he's done with the Ducks is he's built them in the trenches. Mario Cristobal started it, but Dan Lanning took it to a whole nother level, stacking that offensive line, stacking the defensive line, linebackers. They have a great front 7 on defense. Last season, they had a top 20 offense, a top 10 defense. They were physical. They could compete with anyone. I want to see them continue to grow another year in this scheme, another year in this system. They're going to be getting after it. But they put the whole world on notice. They put the Big Ten on notice. Yes, they didn't win the national championship last season, but they finished the regular season number 1. They won the Big Ten. The Buckeyes won the national championship, but Oregon, they know they beat them once. They want to go head-to-head with these teams. They want to show they can make it to that national championship game, and more importantly, that they can win it. When you're looking at the schedule there on the side, the Blue Stars, that's the game that Vegas, as of right now, predicts they're going to win. The Red Stars are the ones that Vegas predicts they're going to lose. The Yellow Stars are the Vegas toss-ups right now. I'm not saying they're going to win them. I'm not saying they're going to lose them. It's just there's a lot of variables that are unknown because we haven't actually seen these teams on the field yet. So as of right now, it's a toss-up. It could go either way. We'll obviously know more once the regular season starts, but let's not waste any more time. Let's start running through these games and looking at every single matchup game by game. The Ducks are going to start the regular season Saturday, August 30th versus the Montana State Bobcats coming to Eugene, Oregon. This might seem like a curb stomping, but actually Montana State made it to the FCS championship last season. They are one of, if not the best team on the FCS level, so they're going to come here prepared to put up a fight, but let's call it what it is. Obviously, this is going to be a blowout game, but I just want to see how long does it take Dante Moore to kind of get everything rolling completely in this scheme as the full-time starter. I don't think he'll have any problems there, but, the first 1 or 2 possessions, they might not score, and then as you get into that second quarter, that's when they should start to turn it on. Point is, Oregon's going to win this game. I do think they're going to win it comfortably. Probably like a 50-6 type game, 50-10. No matter what, they're going to roll through this game and start out the season 1-0, and they'll be the favorite here. And then if this game was maybe 2 years ago, this would have been a really cool game, but I do give Oregon credit for going out of conference and playing teams. We have the Oklahoma State Cowboys coming to Eugene, Oregon, Saturday, September 6th. It's an interesting game here because these teams don't really get to play that much, but Oklahoma State, what an egg they laid last season. They had Ollie Gordon. He completely fell apart. That offense was atrocious. Defense was atrocious. They went 3-9 last season, and they were the Vegas favorite to win the Big 12 last season. They have Flores taken over at the quarterback position. There's just not much promise here. Look for Oregon to me, completely control this game through 4 quarters, and they'll be the easy favorite. I like the way that Oregon's schedule's setting up right now. They have a couple easy cupcake games lining up going into Big Ten play. We know Big Ten play, it's always going to be a deep conference. It's always going to be a tough schedule. You want these cupcake games to kind of get your full steam, get that momentum so it can carry you as deep into the conference play as possible. Next matchup is going to be Saturday, September 13th at the Northwestern Wildcats. We are in conference play now, but Northwestern last season, not a good year at all. They do bring in the SMU quarterback, Preston Stone. Pretty decorated quarterback at SMU, but didn't start out last season well. Lost his job there, but he has a lot of starts under his belt. He could potentially be an outlier here, a wild card to make this an upset game. I in no way think that's going to happen. I see Oregon continuing to roll here and beating down Northwestern, and now they're 3-0. And then we have our Civil War rivalry. This is a really fun rivalry always. Oregon State, though, kind of rough. They've been depleted of players. People have been picking guys from them. I feel awful for what happened to them when the Pac-12 dissolved. Saturday, September 20th, the Oregon State Beavers coming to Eugene. This is going to be a fun game for Oregon. They are the more talented team. They obviously want to beat down their in-state rival. They're going to blow them up. I hope Oregon State at least has one quarter where they feel like they have a shot, but obviously that's going to get dashed. Oregon's going to win this one easily. Probably going to be like a 40-13 type game. And now we're really getting into the meat and potatoes. Saturday, September 27th, you had 4 cupcake games. You're 4-0 undefeated. You're going to be going at Penn State. This is going to be Beaver Stadium on the road here. One of the hardest places to play. And finally, Big Noon said they're going to let them have a night game. It's going to be a whiteout. It is going to be crazy. There's a 100% chance this is going to be the college football game day game. Everyone's going to be watching this. It's probably going to be a top 5 on top 5 matchup. One thing about Penn State, James Franklin finally got that weight off of his shoulder, finally won a playoff game last season, made the playoffs. Penn State usually a perennial 10-2 type season. No matter what, if we had a 12-team playoff, they would have probably made the playoffs the last 8 years. But nonetheless, they usually underperform in the big game, but they have everything with them this season. They have the veteran experienced team for once, just like the Buckeyes did last year, just like Michigan did 2 years ago. And they have Drew Waller. Seems like Drew Waller's been playing college football for 15 years. They have, to me, the deepest 1-2 running back combo in the nation. They have Allen, Singleton. They can cycle those guys. And then a top 10 defense last season. They're going to have a top 10 defense this season. A lot of pressure on Drew Waller. To me, he's let me down in my view of him. 5-star quarterback. He's shown some sparks there, but then he'll let you down with some crazy pick that he throws. But overall, good quarterback, veteran quarterback here. Oregon on the road. I have this game marked as a toss-up. If you forced me to pick a team who's going to win this one, I would go with Penn State winning this one. Oregon fans, don't worry. You can go 10-2 out of the Big Ten. You're still going to make the playoffs. It's not a big deal technically, but I know you want to win this one. Oregon hasn't even lost a Big Ten game since they've been in the Big Ten. This might be the first one here, but I have this marked as a toss-up just because I want to see what the Ducks look like with their first-year starting quarterback before we make a true call. Then after that physical game, because that's going to be a line of scrimmage tough game, we're going to have a bye week Saturday, October 4th. Get some things rested. If you lost the Penn State game, work on some things that were not working that game. If you want it, retool, get prepared for Big Ten play. And then back in conference play, Saturday, October 11th, the Indiana Hoosiers coming to Eugene. This is obviously a team that had a great season last year. Props to them. Props to the coaching staff. Signetti, he talked a lot of trash. He was able to back it up to the playoff game. But nonetheless, this team well overperformed in a very talented Big Ten. They usually have a very easy conference schedule. But no matter what, they got to play the Ducks here. They have to play the Ducks in Eugene. They're going to have Mendoza transferring over from Cal, one of the highest touted transfer quarterbacks in the nation. How does he fill in with this Hoosiers team? We know they're going to have a probably pretty decent offense, a pretty decent defense. They are a competitive team. I don't expect to see them go 11-1 out of the Big Ten this season, but nonetheless, they're going to be a good team. They're going to be a competitive team that can make a fight of this game. Probably going to be a very close first half, but I do think Oregon's going to pull away second half. They're going to win it by at least 2 touchdowns, but it'll look close for a while. Then the talent gap will start to show itself. Oregon, I do have them as the favorite this game. And then we got to play Greg Schiano at the Rutgers. This game is going to be in New Jersey, Saturday, October 18th. One thing you could say about this Rutgers team, they run the ball, they have a pretty decent run game, but it's their defense, which is obviously a Greg Schiano-led team. They have his personality. They are physical. They play line of scrimmage football. They play Big Ten football. They want to beat you in the trenches. But Oregon, they can live in the trenches all day long. They can out physically there. Point is, they're not uncomfortable playing at the line of scrimmage. They're going to own this game. Might be close first quarter, but Oregon's going to pull away easy, and they're easily going to be the Vegas favorite. In the next game, Saturday, October 25th, the Wisconsin Badgers coming to Eugene. Luke Fickell here. Got a lot of pressure on him. We need to see some strides forward, especially on the offensive side. Wisconsin, they used to live and die at the line of scrimmage, the run game, and we know they used to always have one of the best defenses in the nation. They're not necessarily great at either one of those things right now. They don't run the ball well. Defense isn't bad, but it's not as top 20 as it used to be. But they have a lot of potential promise coming into this season to just be better than they were the last couple years. This is a team that played the Ducks really close last year, almost upset Oregon. Look for Oregon to make sure it's not anywhere near that close this year. They're going to be the favorites, and they're going to win it. Then on the 22nd, we're going to have another bye week as you continue to get deeper into Big Ten play, continue to focus on those things that are working well, and it also gives Moore some time to rest and think about where his strengths lie. And then a pretty tough place to play Saturday, November 8th at the Iowa Hawkeyes. This game is in Iowa City. This is a Kirk Ferentz team. I've been extremely hard on Kirk Ferentz because his offense is atrocious. It is from the Great Depression days. It's not good. It's not modern. Usually he's like 130th out of 132 Division I college football teams. Just give this team a top 80 offense and they can make the playoffs, but he just won't do it. He wants to run his old school way. One thing they're going to do, they're going to have a top 10 defense. They're going to have a top 10 special teams. They're going to force you to play their style of slow slogging football. You can watch paint dry these games, but it's worked for them for a really long time. They're going to play you at the line of scrimmage. They're going to control the clock. That's the thing. Keep your offense off the field. Run the play clock down to the very final second every single play and just drain it. Wear it out. Slog the football. Play field position football. They always have a great punt game. That's the way they want to play. But Oregon's capable of playing that way too. I have this game being really close, but I think Oregon's going to be the favorite team, and they're going to win it. And then another Big Ten game, Saturday, November 15th, the Minnesota Golden Gophers had a pretty decent season last year. PJ Fleck, very good coach, very underappreciated head coach. But the big issue here is there is a massive talent disparity. Usually Minnesota, they run the ball, they play good defense. But Oregon right now, just don't get caught looking at the Big Ten championship potentially to where you don't take this game serious. Then you're going to have to be on upset alert. But I'm going to take Oregon being the favorite, and I'm going to take them winning this game. Now, this next game, some people might roll their eyes. They see that I have it marked as a toss-up, but let me just explain it. Saturday, November 22nd, the USC Trojans coming to Eugene, Oregon. Obviously, both of these teams are Pac-12 teams, very, very familiar with one another. Both teams know how to play the other. Both teams know how to beat the other. The big thing about USC, it's a Lincoln Riley team. One of the best offenses in baseball. Any game could turn into a shootout. To me, he's the best offensive mind in college football. When you have him calling plays and a game gets into a shootout, if he has final possession, he always has a puncher's chance to win the game. He has D'Anton Lynn. He has a revamped defense. In my opinion, they're going to have a top 25 defense this season. They're going to be stacked at the line of scrimmage. Number one recruiting class coming in next season right now. Obviously, that doesn't help them for the 25-26 season, but it shows where the trajectory for this team is. How does Meava look at the quarterback position? First full season as a starter, a full offseason now for Lincoln Riley to kind of build his entire great offensive scheme around his personal quarterback strengths. You have Lane back. You have a lot of that wide receiver quarterback. Yes, they lost Branch, but I just want to see the USC team. I want to see what they're capable of. I want to see how they'll look. If you force me to pick a team, I have Oregon winning this one like a 60 to 40% chance. But I just have it as a toss-up here because we're completely blind on what the Trojans team is going to look like by the time that we get to this point of the season. And then closing out the regular season at the Washington Huskies, Saturday, November 29th. This game is in Seattle. This is a fun game. This is also an ex-Pac-12 game. The Huskies, which had Fish there, they're going to be a competitive team. They're going to have a good defense. The offense was kind of, slow last season. Look for that to come on here. They've been working the portal. They've been bringing in a lot of players for his type of scheme. It'll be their defense that makes this game competitive. But Oregon right now, as long as you come to play, you are going to win this game. This game is in your backyard. You are the far more talented team. I have them winning it. Might be close first, second quarter, but Oregon, their depth, they're going to pull it out in the end, and they're going to win it by at least 2 to 3 touchdowns. So that is the entire regular season. If you're looking at this, I have 10 blue stars. You'll notice I have 0 red stars. I do not see a early preseason Vegas prediction loss on this schedule right now. Their floor is 10 wins. That's a good thing. As long as you hit your floor, worst case scenario, finish 10-2, you're still making the playoffs coming out of the Big Ten. You have 2 toss-ups. Oregon can easily sweep those toss-ups and go undefeated 12-0. Penn State's the scariest team right now to me on paper during the regular season schedule. They don't play the Buckeyes. They don't play Michigan. That's a good thing for you. Oregon, very well situated to make the Big Ten championship. Again, no matter what, I do see them making the playoffs, guys. You have another shot to make a run at the national championship. That's my breakdown of our 25-26 Oregon Ducks football team. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree with me? What are your thoughts on this team next season? Make sure to leave them below. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look at the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there. And thanks for watching.